can't imagine it would be anything extravagant. But
Somebody came last night and I opened a big yap on a $80 game and I said $20.
Hold on, stop. Actually, the game she's referring to is worth $90. She sold to me for $20, but let's leave that on the back burner for the moment. Guys, welcome back to the channel. Time for another weekly garage sale pickup video. Thanks again for tuning in. Really appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, why not do so you don't miss videos like this, as well as other gaming videos and toy collecting videos that I put up, music videos, whole variety on this channel. We're going to get back to that video very soon, but in the meantime, I'm going to show you some of the other pickups that I've done this weekend. Let's start off with this one here. Here's another addition to my board game collection. This is Gremlins. I don't think I've ever come across this, or if I have, I just don't remember. Otherwise, I would have picked it up. You will see this in one of the videos as well. So I thought I would just start off with this one for the time being. Really nice condition box. There's the back. And I don't believe it's been played with. Let's take a look at it together, because I haven't opened this up. Well, I took the lid off, but I haven't gone through anything here. So here's the first thing that we see. I don't know what this is. We've got some green pieces still attached to this. I guess you want to call it a plastic sprue. Whatever that is. We've got this is two pieces. Okay, we got some character cards, and then looks like we've got some sort of spinner that we have to build. Which is cool, I guess. We've got some, holy crap, what is this? Okay, I guess these are like standard cards that you pick up, and then depending on what you got on the back, there's different locations you have to go to. So uncut cards. We've got an English and a French manual. Instructions, I should say. Manual. And let's take a look at the board. There's the spinner piece. And then, you know what, this tends to be the problem with these kind of boards, or these kind of older style of games. Like I've got a couple that are like, you know, like a $6 Million Man and a Hardy Boys and a Star Wars, and they're just super basic for what they are. So anyway, here is the Gremlins board. And you can see that is not much. A couple, I guess, key locations that were relevant in the original movie. But aside from that, really nice clean board, and that's pretty much it. So I'm going to say this is pretty complete. And this was $20. And that was talked down from what she was asking. But you'll see that in the video. It was a really interesting day for sales. Whole wide variety. I'd probably say this is my best variety of stuff that really interests me. And now my next sale was advertised as 8 o'clock. I showed up a half hour early, and he had one of those, you know, like when you get your driveway sprayed, you put the strings across the front of it so no one drives on it. He had that with a sign in the middle saying 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. start. And I'm usually out earlier, so you tend to miss kind of those ones. Sometimes they don't bother backtracking. So I left it, drove around for a little bit, came back. It was about 7:45. As I'm pulling up, a guy in a pickup truck pulls up, you know, like probably like a 50-year-old guy. He gets out and just walks right past over the rope and starts looking at stuff. And the the gentleman running is a guy and his wife, and he was probably in his late 30s, early 40s kind of thing. And he said, "Sir, sorry, we don't open until 8. And this guy got all indignant and said, "Well, guess have yourself a good day then." And then he storms off to his truck like in a little hissy fit. So meanwhile, if he had stayed 5 minutes later, because I just sat there outside my car, the wife just said, "You know what, you're here. Why not let's start this thing a little bit early. We're pretty much done." So if the guy hadn't been a complete ass and waited an extra 5 minutes instead of just huffing his way through, he would have been in there. So no games or anything at that one, but he had he had 2 or 3 cases of like 40 CDs each. It was 3 for $5. So I made him an offer on everything, and he ended up passing on it. I said, "Would you take 50 for everything?" And he said no. He wanted to wait since it was so early. So I just picked out, I had a lot of his stuff. In the meantime, what do we got here? Stone Temple Pilots, 12 Gracious Melodies, Our Lady Peace, Naveed. And I already have some of these. I might just bundle them together or something like that. Metallica. What do they call this one? The black one? Black Album? Metallica? I can't remember. The Enter Sandman one. Metallica Load. Soundgarden Super Unknown. Filter Short Bus. Smashing Pumpkins Adore. I don't think I have that one. And I know I don't have this one. Good Canadian band. This is called The Watchman. Ooh, see, pops out. It's one of those ones. So yeah, Watchman. So yeah, 15 for 3. Right, 1, 2, 3. I think I'm missing one somewhere. Anyway, I picked up 9. There's only 8 there. I guess I put it somewhere. So anyway, that was that sale. The next one was, I knew it was going to be a good one because it was on a side road. And the way they put the signs up, it indicated going a different direction. Don't ask me how. So I knew it was going to be an interesting one. Because that just by itself indicates that they probably had something else. And I don't need it. I need another copy of Mario 3 like I need a hole in the head. So I picked that up right away. Then they had 3 rectangle boxes like this wide of records. So I go, "How much are your records?" And this guy kept saying, "Well, you know what things are worth. You tell me." So immediately he pissed me off, and I said, "All right, I'll give you $2 a record." So I ended up picking up, I have this already, Super Champ, Crime of the Century. I'm just going to bundle a bunch together. I don't have this one. Jackson Brown. What the hell? I can't even read it. Oh, Late for the Sky. Sorry. I've been getting a bit into like, I don't know, I call it like mountain music / country / when I say mountain music, I mean like Ozark style, like bluegrass, that kind of stuff. And a little bit of country lately. So I picked up this John Denver thing, Wind Song. I don't know. I call it like mountain music. This one I didn't have, so this is a really nice addition to the collection. Cheap Trick, Heaven Tonight. So this has like Surrender, On Top of the World, on the no, Heaven Tonight. It's one of those bands where I'm not familiar with all their stuff, but by name. But if I hear it, I know if I like it or not. I think I have this one. I don't know. Genesis Trick of the Tail. It's the gatefold one? Yeah. I think I have this one, so it might be whether or not an upgrade. I have this one already. The jacket might be an upgrade though. Supertramp. And then obviously I've got this in multiples because I'm a big fan. Born to Run. If you're a Springsteen fan, that's one of the ones you gotta have. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 records and the Mario 3 for 20 bucks. Can't go wrong. Basically $2 a record, $5 for Mario 3. These guys were being really stingy though. And then I noticed that she had this, while I was going through the records, she had this like a black grocery bag around her arm. And I saw her reach in and pull out an N64 game. And then, I go, okay, I'm interested in that stuff too. Can I take a look at it? And she says, well, yeah, I looked online, I looked on eBay, and some of these are going for like $300-$400. And I'm like, oh, it's right then, you know, like you're dealing with one of those people, right? And then the jerky next door, the guy kept saying to her, hey, I'll list them for you. If you give them to me, I'll list them for you on eBay and help you sell them, kind of stuff. So I don't know what this guy was trying to pull or whatever. So just to get him out of the action, I said, well, let's pull out what you got and I'll take a look at it. And then the older guy that was with the lady kept saying, hey, I know, you know what it's worth. Tell us what it's worth. Come on, you tell me. You know, what do you want for this? And anytime I said, well, what are you asking? Like, would you take this, take that? He says, well, you know what it's worth. Why don't you tell us? So she had like probably about 8 games. I cherry-picked the good ones. And I ended up making her an offer of, I said, would you take 60 for these ones? And I don't know where she's getting this. She literally said 300, 400 at the start. So I don't know where she's getting these numbers from. I think it was because I just bought the records and this, and then I said, okay, and I pulled out 60 and said, would you take it? So she agreed on it, which is good because really out of these ones, I only need one. So I'm just hoping I'll resell or bundle the other ones, and it'll pay for pretty much everything I got from that one sale. But Super Mario 64. So that's worth 30. Super Smash Bros. So that's about $41. Pokemon Stadium. I always think this would be worth like a lot. It's like a $30 game. These are Canadian prices. Anyway, guys. So I'm pretty sure I have that one already. But this is the one that I really wanted to get from her when I saw everything. So this is, I believe, this is the collector's edition version of this game. Because there's a gray cart one as well. So this is Zelda Majora's Mask. So it's the one with the holographic front. So really, this was the one that I want. And I don't know about you guys, but whenever someone starts pulling out numbers like eBay nonsense and astronomical price numbers for yard sales, like here in Canada, yard sales, they seem to have gone completely off the charts. I watch people in the States who have yard sales, or people that go to yard sales in the States, and they're tripping across games and collector stuff, and it's going for peanuts. And they could get everything here for like a fraction of what I paid. And then here in Canada, I don't know. It's people are just super stingy. You know, this whole, everybody's pulling out their phone when you ask, well, what do you want for it? And then they pull out the phone and they say, oh, let me check eBay. Well, you can go F yourself. And I don't like ripping people off, but you know, at the same time, I think as a buyer, at a yard sale, you also expect to get some sort of deal. So I'm not going to say like, hey, you know, this game's really worth $100, so let me give you $100 for it. Well, no, it's, as a collector, that's not how it works. I need to get it as cheap as possible and as fairly as possible as far as I'm concerned. So 15 for that. Suck it. Okay, so let's get to the video that we started off with. I guess the best way to do it is, let me show you the video. I'll trim it down as much as I can, and then I'll show you what I grabbed at the end of the video. Well, movies and games.
I have a box of movies.
Yeah, I just looked through them.
Okay. Depends on what type of games you're looking for, but we've got a lot of that here today too.
Has it been busy?
Couple of people this morning. A lot of people looking for tools. A lot of records.
Oh.
I posted a lot of groups on Facebook, and it's like no tools, no furniture.
Yeah, I'm surprised at the amount that people are taking for tools now. No, I haven't had a power glove since I was a kid.
And I got it in 2 sizes.
Remember, I bought it and I returned it within the week.
Oh,
so
finicky for you?
It was just one of those. You got to admit, it wasn't well designed.
No.
The idea was good, but
there was only like 2 games that ever really worked well with it. I had it for nostalgia's sake, but the hard part is you can't advertise games because it brings out the resellers.
yeah.
And I'm not looking to price gouge myself at a fraction of what I paid for things, so if people come, they come.
Do you know what you're asking for the zapper?
Oh. It was in an auction until yesterday, so I have to price a couple sales.
I've got it loose, but I don't have it with the box. My Jess is going to sit on my shelf too. Do I really want it?
$60.
It's not bad.
It's missing the manual. Otherwise, it would be like 120. Unfortunately, but it wasn't mine originally, and I keep everything.
You know what you're pricing on the guitars?
Oh, they're not for sale.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I'm trying to
Oh, no problem.
rearrange things. Anything in this corner is our keep
Oh, okay.
pile.
Perfect.
Except for this. This is a giant dying light vinyl.
Dying Light the...
Video game.
Yeah. I was thinking of a band for a second there.
Oh, no.
Wow. Where'd you get that?
Working in the industry. Both my husband and
Are you
I.
still in the industry?
No, different industry now. I was a Blockbuster manager for 10 years.
Oh, cool.
And
I worked
he
at
was...
Blockbuster as well when they were around, obviously.
Yeah, it's been a while. I'm still heartbroken over it.
But I worked there for about two to 3 years, I want to say.
Right on. I stayed till the bitter end. And then they processed me as a resignation and I got no severance. And there was no HR department anymore.
Awesome.
So yeah. Everyone else jumped ship and I'm like, I can't do that.
Oh, I guess this.
And yeah, and then my husband, we met both working in ED Games. And then I changed industries. And nothing that was enough. No more retail for me.
What would you take for the Gremlins game?
Did you do 30?
Has it been used or anything like that?
Not to my knowledge.
It looks like it's... I've got a bunch. I've got... what the heck is this? Got vintage Hardy Boys, vintage Star Wars board games.
Yeah, I got a couple Star Wars
Of
there
course.
in my keep pile.
Yeah.
The
Just-
Gremlins stuff. I'm like, I love the movie, and it's like I've got a couple of things. I'm like, they can go. Like, I've got uncut trading
Oh, I
cards.
didn't see that.
There's two sides.
It's pretty...
They're a lot
Rare.
more bright than the
Oh,
plastic
no.
leads you to see.
It's just, that's not... I remember them from back in the day.
Yeah.
I don't... it's definitely not something you see very often.
No, and I bought it in a hurry. I was like, I love it. I love
Right, let's put that on the back burner.
Okie
Or
dokie.
on the hold for now.
Hold. Let the other customers know. It's on hold.
I don't know if I want to bother with one of these. Just be more...
No pressure.
Oh, the Coleco's cool.
That I'm firm 300 on, unfortunately. Just for sheer rarity and...
Yeah, I've got one out that's being modded for... it's going to make it so you can play it on the modern TVs.
Oh, right on.
It's...
Well, this one we did. We had that on my 65-inch 3D LED. It wasn't terrible.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh.
With a coax.
Yeah, I was going to say, I can't remember what the hookup was. I thought it was coax, but...
It was, I think it had an RF switch coax.
Right,
Something. Yeah, we played Smurf. Smurf is bomb. And I'm like, how could a game like Smurf exist? And everybody thinks Nintendo's the best thing ever. Smurf is the best.
Just blame Mario. Blame Mario for that.
Better marketing, really.
It's not bad. 32 longos.
Good morning. Any items you're hunting for in particular? Thanks. Yeah, these just resurfaced. Blast
Oh
from the
man, blast from the
past.
past. Jeez.
And I keep everything. I got all the trailer reels.
Man, that's cool.
And a friend of mine came to help me set up for this, and he's just like, "What are you keeping this crap for?" I was like, "What do you mean?"
Got the Blockbuster logo. I
Like,
keep
it's
the
amazing.
if I find like old games in the Blockbuster rental cases, I keep it just for the case. I wish I was smart enough.
Of those.
I wish I had been smart enough and kept more stuff when I worked there.
Oh yeah. It's like when things are flat and fit in a box. I'm like, I can. That's just the drums, no game, no manuals.
Yeah, it's not bad for 30.
I try to price on the low end to be fair.
I know I don't have the game.
Unfortunately.
Still don't have a PSP.
Well, hey, there's one right there, and it even comes with a Metal Gear Solid hard skin on it. That's the box for it's on the system. Do believe Gretzky is in the box, as well as Spider-Man 2 on UMD. And I have some PSP games back here.
Yeah, I've got the games. I've got games for it. Just never. Don't know that one. Don't know that one.
This was addicting. This just came out on Xbox Game Pass. I'm playing that again.
What's that WTF one?
It's like a Japanese fever dream of work from home jobs, but I remember the one you had to stab the knife between your fingers. It's like a timing thing. My brother and I were like straight up addicted to that.
What would you ask for that one?
I'd have to look it up. I don't
Sorry,
know off the top of my head.
I hate asking you to.
No, I didn't have it out
I don't
originally.
want to waste your time. Stuff. Feel bad asking.
No, please, not at all. It's gotta get priced eventually. I can't imagine it would be anything extravagant. But somebody came last night, and I opened a big yap on a $80 game, and I said $20. Oh, geez. Okay, this one's.
I'm trying to find.
Let's see. Goes between 24 on the low end and 42 on the high end. I do $20. Lower than the low end. Anything y'all are looking for in particular? Trying to pull it all out in a hurry. Ready for rain, no rain.
Yeah, you're actually doing better than most when you have this, so. And it's done a cloud sky so far, so.
Last night it was freaking pouring. We were out here getting all set up, and now I'm like, it's sunny, let's get it in here.
She was a really nice lady that I was dealing with. The video that you saw was actually my second visit there. The first visit happened, so went out yard sailing on Saturday. The first visit happened on Friday, but it was quite by accident because I was out driving around doing an errand, and I saw her putting up a yard sale sign. And I never see anyone putting one up. So I stopped. I asked her, hey, do you have any, what kind of stuff do you have at your sale? I'm interested in vinyl, music, you got video games, electronics. She said, yeah, I've got a lot of collectible stuff like video games. And then she invited me over to her place, which just happened to be down the same road that she was putting the sign on. So I went there and, you know, immediately I saw what you saw in the picture there. Basically her garage full of video game stuff and collectibles. And she had a friend there too, who was, I guess, helping her organize or whatever. So she obviously let me start looking around ahead of time, which was really nice. So I was very thankful for that. I didn't record the first time because it was sort of spur of the moment and I didn't want to, people get put off with recording. So the second one I did was on Saturday that you just saw. So the first day I went there, looked through her stuff and pulled out 4, 5, 6, 7 games. And actually the other one that I grabbed today with the Gremlins game was this one here. It's a PSP. You might have saw that she had one for sale in the box for $100, but I really don't care for the PSPs that much, even though I've got about a number of games for it. But this is WTF. Work time fun. It's complete. I only bought it just because it said WTF, to be honest with you. You know, her stuff was priced fairly. She said she wasn't interested in selling to resellers, which is fine with me. Most of the stuff I try to buy to collect and keep. But anyway, the other PSP games she has were interesting, but I just went with WTF. So this and the Gremlins game, $40. And this goes for 35, 36 Canadian. So, is what it is. Yeah. Anyway, on the Friday that I went and visited her, I looked through, I made a small pile, and then her friend, and then she gave that pile to her friend, who then proceeded to go through eBay sold listings and pull the prices from there. And in fairness, I just said, okay, here's the stack. What do you want for it? Let me know. And maybe we can come to a deal. So he was telling her prices. I wasn't saying anything on it. I wasn't correcting anything on it. I just wanted to see what they came up with. Because in total, prior to it, I always price by price charting. I don't go by eBay. I think price charting is more than fair, especially if you're a collector. So for me, price charting is really the way to go in terms of getting me feeling like things are fair in terms of pricing. Anyway, Buddy was reading out numbers and stuff to her and doing whatever. I ended up putting a couple things back, and this is what I ended up grabbing. Started off with for the Super Nintendo, complete in box, Super Star Wars. Super Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back. I don't know. I just sort of grabbed it because it was Star Wars. I know this one is supposed to be pretty decent. So, box is pretty decent as well. You know, it's complete, manual, game, whatever. Though it's weird, the game label isn't glossy like regular Super Nintendo games. So, I don't know if anyone knows, is that how how this version is supposed to be, like non-glossy label? Let me know in the comments. Oh yeah, so this one I paid $20. It's worth $66. Grab this one. I think she mentioned it in the video that I had done, and we had talked about it earlier as well, the previous day. But she had a Coleco system, and it's, I don't know, you know, the plastic TV hard cases that has like a row section where you put all the games. And she's asking $300 for the Coleco. I don't need one. I've got two. I would have liked the games, but it didn't seem like she was willing to separate them. Anyway, I grabbed this one because this was separate in a separate pile of some Atari games. Pepper 2. I don't know what this is. Is this the Coleco version of like Burger Time? Can't remember. It's been too long. And then I don't think I have this one for the 2600. This one is, looks like you're a pig and a wolf is trying to blow its way into your house. Anyway, it's called Oink. Could be completely mistaken with that one. I have no idea. Oh, Pepper 2 and Oink were $1 each. Is what it is. That's about really what I'd want to pay for them. Really excited about this one. And for some reason, I always think this is worth more. I don't believe I have any of these other ones of this collection, but the Shenmue 2 for OG Xbox. I paid $5. It's only worth like $12. Anyway, complete manual, first game, and then it's got the Shenmue movie. It is a series I've never played. I would like to get around to it. I know it's a little bit quirky and stuff like that. Save the best one for last. Grabbed an NES game out of the pile that she had there. Going back today, these actually had prices on them, whereas the previous day they didn't. But I grabbed the complete in-box Kirby's Adventure. I paid $20 for that. It's worth $88 complete. Really nice box. Even though I've got it loose already, but now I've got it boxed. And the two things I'm really excited about, I'll save that one for last. Finally found a sealed copy of Alan Wake. This is the limited collector's edition. So it comes in this hard, it's supposed to be like one of those hard, thick novels because it's got like the book pages faked on the top and bottom. Game I played for the very first time, probably within the last 5 years, I want to say, and became quickly one of my favorite games to play, period. Collector's Edition has a collector's book, bonus disc, and the game soundtrack along with the game. So this one I paid $20 and it's worth $90. And you can tell I'm an Alan Wake fan because I also have a sealed the sealed single version of it. And then this is actually what you would find. This is the game edition that you would find in there, the collector's edition. This is my playing copy of Alan Wake. And what's cool about this one is this one still has original Blockbuster. I guess this was a sale version because this guy bought it in December 27th, 2010. Keep that in there just for nostalgia purposes. So I'm really happy to finally find a copy of the collector's edition. I didn't care that it was sealed or not. If it was unsealed but mint, I would have bought it anyway. But now I've got a sealed one and there's really no need for me to open it. And finally, this is what I've been looking for quite some time. You know, not that it's hard to find, but the price just seems to keep going up, and I can't find one cheap enough until now because I got this for $70 and it's going for $122 Canadian. This is the player's choice version of Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door for Gamecube. Complete. So this is what I was most happy with. Finally out of that. I've been hunting for this one. Can't seem to find it for a decent price until now. I think that's more than fair. 70 for that. Maybe I'll play it at some point because it's supposed to be a really good game. So anyway, that is it. Thanks again for tuning in, guys. Leave me a comment below. Tell me what you thought about some of these pickups. And really appreciate you guys tuning in. And we're running out of time for yard sale season here in Canada. So stay tuned. We only have a couple more weeks left. Hopefully we can find some more treasures later on. And we'll catch you again real soon.